born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Good evening, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this Monday evening, August 29th, 2022, here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to make you successful currency traders. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our highly accurate proprietary trading indicators that have been in existence for almost a quarter of a century now. And we are so confident in our ability to, how well the indicators perform and our ability to teach you how to use them, that we offer a guarantee. And that is that once we've trained you, we're going to let you trade with company funds and split what you make. So with that, let us start by listening to this guy, and then we'll get into it.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advanced written permission.
A couple of reasons we do these live trades. One is as a teaching mechanism to, as you watch somebody who's a skilled trader trade and listen to their analysis, you will improve by watching and copying what they do. And two is to demonstrate how accurate our trading tools are by coming on live every day and executing a trade that you can kind of keep track of. So when you are a regular member, we have many opportunities for you to trade. We have a live trade in the morning at 10 a.m., which is a scalp trade. We have a trade that's going on right now at 6 p.m., which is typically a long-term trade, 30 plus pips. And then we have another trade a little later this evening at 10 p.m. Eastern, where we are trading Australian pairs, and typically they're looking for a 10 pip or longer trade. We also have additional paid sessions, and we have continuous training on Wednesdays and Saturdays, in addition to that personalized one-on-one training. That personalized one-on-one training, I find the most effective way to be able to learn, because you've got somebody who's going at your pace, answering your questions and helping you kind of navigate the Forex jungle. There is a lot of information out there. It is immensely hard to go through and sort through it yourself. So when you're able to team up with someone who knows what they're doing and is willing to share what they know with you, that's an efficient way to learn. So with that, I trade off of a trade routine. Excuse me. Every day when I start, I reboot my green charts and also make sure my CoinEx is connected and live. Rebooting the green charts is valuable because it clears out the memory and makes it run better and I just did that before we came on. Good habit in trading and in life is kind of review the day and what could you have done better, and then make adjustments. Excuse me. So with trading, it's the same. When I have a trade that doesn't do what I expect it to do, I do go back and take a look and try to figure out where my mistake was. Sometimes I did everything right and the trade still went wrong, but other times I might have made a mistake, and by keeping track of that, I adjust my, I need the reminder that I knew I wasn't supposed to do that, and I did it anyways. As we are technical traders, we are trading based on the price action with our indicators. News impacts currency, and we want to know what that news is so we can trade around it. And we get that news by going to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news items into three components. Yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. And we want to stay away from items that are red. Now, the only exception I make to that, if it's an all-day event like this one is, I tend to ignore them. But if it's at a specific time, like tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., I want to be out of any live. I don't want to be holding a Euro or a USD position 2 hours before this. And I've set that 2-hour limit because I noticed that there is a price creeping. Some of this news gets released a little bit earlier, and people are trading on it, and it causes the price to move. And it's outside of this. The indicators don't quite pick it up fast enough. So I find it's easier just to not trade when these things are happening. So today, we are right here, and we've got kind of clear sailing till tomorrow morning. So with that, we are going to go into the analysis, and I'm going to focus on the trade or the signal I'm going to use. We've got a dozen different signals, and as we train you, we find the one that resonates with you and create a trade plan around it. The trade plan I use is a 10-point trade signal. And I use it off of a 1-hour chart. And basically what I'm trying to do is get the lines to line up. And when I can get 7 out of the 10, minimum of 7 out of the 10 lines to line up with a connection in each section, I've got a good setup. So let us go ahead and do that. I start. The chart I am using is called the Light 6 Major. The Light 6 Major is one of the standard indicator charts. I like to call it the composite chart because it is giving us 6 different currency pairs all on a 1-hour candle. I start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. So I'm looking for situations where these lines are below the red line and ideally going up. And this horizontal blue line is the overbought line. When the lines are up here, I'm looking for situations, the market's overbought, and I'm looking for situations where they're pointing down and entering the channel. Here, we've got everybody going up. The minors have kind of already run through the channel. The majors are just entering the channel. So I'm oversold. I've got people going up. I'm not worried about that the minors have overrun the channel. I'm interested in the majors entering the channel, and they are. However, if you take a look at this, the angle, it's going up, but it's really going more sideways. And I want it to be going up at kind of a little steeper slope than this. If you look at it, it's kind of less than 45 degrees. And while we've been looking at it, it's gone down a little bit. And the red, I like to see the red line. If we're going up, I like to see this green line over the red line. And it's not clear that that's happening here. Whereas here, we have the gray line over the black line. I want the gray line on top and the green line on top. And I don't quite have that here, so I'm going to pass. Euro USD, we wouldn't trade this now because the USD market is basically closed. They're still trading in California for just a little bit on the West Coast, but basically all the East Coast and Central Time Zone, people have stopped trading. I want at least one of these to be morning time, or at least lunchtime. And here, it's 1 in the morning in Europe, and it's 6:30 here. The majors are going up. The minors have already run the through the channel, which is okay, but they've started to turn. So I don't have agreement and everybody going up. Here, the minors were going up and the majors had been going up. Now you can see they've kind of gone sideways. So I don't have everybody going up here. Pound USD, non-prime time for both of these. Everybody is going up. I do have the double cross, greens on top, grays on top. I still don't have a great slope here, but it clearly is crossed over. The green is over the red. But because it's non-prime time, I'm going to skip this. I'm not going to continue my analysis of this trade because I'm not going to take it. USD Canadian, majors are overbought. Minors are coming down, so I don't have agreement in direction. USD Swiss franc, oversold. Minors going down, majors going up, so I don't have agreement in direction. USD yen. Before we got on the call, this looked pretty good, but you can see as we've gotten 40 minutes into the trade, or 40 minutes into the hour, majors are going down, minors are going up, so we don't have agreement here. So you saw nothing on this. So I have cloned this chart and now put in some some pairs that are non-USD. And first one is Euro Pound. We're in the middle of the channel, so I don't like this. I want to catch it on either end so I can get a run through the channel, and that's going to give me the best opportunity to make some money here. And what's going on here? Oh, let me change there we go. I like to have 7 candles here showing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's save this. We've got disagreement. Euro Canadian dollar just approaching overbought. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. This is entering morning for both of these pairs. So this would be a good trade if we had the setup. But we are just hitting the halfway mark, and I like it to be a little bit less than halfway. Technically, the majors are going up, the minors are going up. So I have 3 points here. 1 that we're oversold, 2 everybody going up, and 3 the green is crossed over the red and the gray is crossed over the black. But what I don't like here, even though I've got the 3 points, what I don't like is I've got a kink in the line, and I'm going from more steep to less steep. I want this to be either solid in one direction, or I want it to go from less steep to more steep. So I got 3 points here. So normally I would jump up to my TNTs and count how many lines are supporting what I'm seeing here, which is a buy signal. 2 orange lines are going up, so they're saying buy. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going down, that means buy. So 3 of the 4 here are telling me buy. I need a minimum of 3 out of the 4. And then I'm going to jump down to my pressure, and I want either the lines going up or the green line on top. And I do have the green line on top. So here's a case where I have 7 points. 1 here, 3 here, and 3 here. But this kink is bothering me. I'm going to see what else we have. Maybe we'll come back to this AUD, NZD. But that kink, I don't like that. Pound yen. Pound yen. We're oversold. Majors just touched it. Minors are going up. Majors are kind of sideways. It's that kind of weakness here, and we barely have the crossover. So I kind of don't like this. So we're going to pass. Overbought, everybody going up. So let's go to the next one and see what we come up with. We've got disagreement. We've got disagreement. I'm sorry. That cold or the stuff from the cough is still killing me. Let me take another cough drop here. Disagreement here. We have got overbought, Euro NZD overbought, still going up. Middle of the channel approaching overbought. Disagreement here, NZD yen. Disagreement here, minors coming down, majors coming up. And Euro Swiss franc. We have 3 points here, but it's again 1 o'clock in Europe and 1 o'clock in Switzerland. So it's non-prime time for these. The reason prime time is important is the longer I'm in a trade, the more risk I have. So I want to be able to get in and get out quickly. And I've got a better chance of getting in and out quickly when it's morning time in one of the markets. There's more movement. And when there's more movement, the signal will execute faster. So that's why I'm looking for it to be the same time zone. So again, I've got another 4 with just different currency pairs, and we will just walk through them. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, we're kind of in the middle of the channel going sideways. Swiss franc, yen, we got disagreement, minors going up, majors going down. Euro yen, we have everybody's going up. Here's a case where we've got less steep to more steep. We just barely have the double cross here. It's really more sideways. So I'm going to stay away. I'd like to see this have even more slope. I only need, today I only took 3 trades. I did over 30 pips. That was worth a little over $3,000. So I can be picky on my trades. And I can get the setup that I want. The key is I don't want to lose money. And if I can get all 3 sections of this chart to agree, that gives me the highest probability of the trade doing what I expect it to do. Pound Australian dollar, majors are a little bit more than halfway. Minors have actually started to turn. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, we're oversold and we got disagreement. Minors are going down, majors are going down, minors are sideways. And again, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, we're kind of seeing the same thing we saw over here. Minors going up, majors going down. So we have just gone through 24 pair, and we have not seen a we have not seen a lot of we haven't seen any setups that I like. Don has pointed out that we are seeing a lot of what are known as gray daggers. A gray dagger is basically when the miners go from overbought to oversold in one candle. And we've seen a lot of that tonight. So one of the great things about having multiple signals, though, is if I don't find something on my primary signal, so ideally on this trade, I would have been looking for 10 or more pips. We didn't find anything. So I'm going to now just go through this 24 again with a simpler signal for a little scalp trade. And that little scalp trade is called the thick orange line trade. And it focuses on what the thick orange line is doing. And the thick orange line is a scaled number. So when this line is as high as it can go, this number over here is at 0. When it gets to 0, that's telling me, or the chart thinks, hey, there's no more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, that's a time to sell. However, again, it's all about increasing our percentage for the accuracy. And what I want is something else to confirm that. And what it's going to be my confirmation when this is at 0 is I want to see all 4 of these lines. Once I see this at 0, I want to see all 4 of these lines well above the blue. Specifically, the red and green is what I'm primarily interested in, and the red line, being at least a 1/4 inch above this line here. So 4 isn't close enough. So I'm looking for this to be either 10 or 0 or within 1 point of either end. So 0 to 1 or 9 to 10. So this isn't close enough. This isn't close enough. This isn't close enough. Not close enough. Not close enough. Not close enough. So let's go to the next 6. And this trade I want to take when there is less than 5 minutes left on the candle. It's right before the candle switches. So we're at 7 minutes, so we're still a little early. But let us, we can do the analysis and wait a couple minutes before we take the trade. And what's happening is so say this is at 10 and this is at overbought like it is now, it's kind of like pulling an elastic. So there's a lot of tension there. And when the candle switches at the top of the hour, you're letting go of the elastic and there's going to be a little snap. And we're going to try to get that snap. So right now, this is a signal. We're at 10. All 4 lines are above. The only thing I want to check is with the NZD. It sometimes tends to be a big spread. So let's take a look at what the spread is on the Euro NZD. And the spread is the difference between the bid and the ask price, or the buy and the sell price. And you'll notice on the Euro USD, it's 3 points. The 5th digit, there's a difference of 3 to 4 on that 5th digit. On the Euro New Zealand, it's 7 pips. It's the 4th digit, and this trade is only worth 5 pips. So even if it were to win, we'd be 2 pips behind because we're paying 7 pips to get in and out of the trade, and it's only worth 5 pips. So the spread here is too much. So even though we have the signal on that specific pair because of the spread, we're not going to take it. 5 isn't close enough. 2 isn't close enough. 3 isn't close enough. 8 isn't close enough. So let's go to our next group. 7's not close enough. 2's not close enough. 9 is close enough. 9.7 is within 1 of 10. And now when I look for the confirmation with my majors and minors, they're just touching the line. I want them to be well above the line. I want them to be something like this here in the other direction when they're way on the other side of the line. This tells me that there's still more up movement in here. So we're not going to get that snap that we're looking for. 2 isn't close enough. 6 isn't close enough. Or 10 is. And all the lines are above the blue line. Ideally, I'd like to see this red line a little higher up. This is just kind of at the limit of where I'd like it. So let's take a look and see what the spread on the Euro Australian dollar is. You can see what we got here. Euro Australian dollar. Again, the spread is huge. Here, the spread is 3 pips. On a 10 pip trade, I might pay 3 pips, but on a 5 pip trade, I'm not. It's too much for the for the gain. It's not worth the risk. Now, sometimes you know that hour from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock on the Euro USD, they pull the spread out as they're doing their accounting. So rather than being the here it's 4 points. Usually on the euro dollar, it's anywhere from 1 to 4 points. At that hour from 5 to 6, they open the spread up, so it might go up to 2 to 5 pips on the euro dollar. So that's why I usually wait till 6 o'clock to send that trade out. Sometimes, I want to I'm done with my day and I want to quit, and the spread might be two points. So I'll still take the trade, even though the 10 pip, 11 pip trade, even though the spread is 2. So when you get that trade, if it's a market buy or sell, you can wait that little bit until the spread comes down at 6. Sometimes like I said, I don't want to wait, and I'll just pay the two points. So on those days, you'll see I'll do 800 instead of 1,000 on the trade. So let's go back. That was Euro AUD. So 3 pips on a 5 pip trade, not enough. So let's just keep looking and see what we see. And actually, we've lost the trade. The red line is pulled down under here. That's why I want to wait till we get like within that 5-minute loop. 2 is not close enough. Not close enough. 10, yes. Just barely. Well, this is Euro Canadian. Euro Canadian. What's the Euro Canadian at? Still not quite there. This isn't high enough, so I'm going to pass. Let's see what we've got on the last chart. 2 not close enough. So 9.4, that's within 1 of 10. But look where our majors are. Our majors are down here. This is telling me there's a lot more upcoming. So we don't have that signal that we're looking for. 7's not close enough. 5.2 is not close enough. 1.6 isn't close enough, or 1.16. 2. Wait. This is 0.9. And this is down. I like this. USD, Swiss franc. Let's take a look at how much it is. USD. Do we have it? We don't have it open, so let's open it. file, new chart, USD Swiss franc right up here, 1 hour. All right, so this is under a pip. Let's go ahead and take a sell. My lot size is going to be 0.73 or 74. I'm going to 0.74, 0.74 sell, and I'm going to now right click anywhere along the order. I'm going to go into modify. I'm going to make this for 5 pips. 5 pips is 50 points. If I click this little blue thing, it'll do the math for me. And we're going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss on here because this trade is good 90% of the time. So if I win 9 trades for 50 points or for 5 pips, that's 45 pips, and I lose one for 20 pips, I'm still ahead 25 pips. And I want to make sure I get the full 5. I got in at 96.78, so I want to go to 96.73, 73.2. So I'm taking 5 away from this 8. I put that in there, and here's my take profit. Here's my stop loss. Some traders on this trade like to actually wait and see that that was USD Swiss franc. Is that what it was? USD Swiss franc. They want to see this number change by more than 1, and it did. So if I go back to the top of the hour, oh, you know what? What did we do?
Hey, Paul.
It's backwards. Oh.
This is a buy.
Yeah, it was a buy. Backwards. Gosh darn it. So let's so I'm going to close out that other trade. Let's close this guy out. Made a mistake. We don't want to compound the mistake. We're going to go ahead and take a buy for 5 pips. Modify 50, and we got in at see if I don't write it down. So we got in at 96.80. So I'm going to make this 96.85 too. I'm not as concerned about being exact on the stop loss, but I do want to get the full 5 pips. We would have already gotten a pip or two had we got in, had I done it right. So this is thank you for that. And I think I would have figured it out once I was reviewing it. I was just starting to see it, but we took a buy on the USD Swiss franc. The take profit is 0.96852, 0.96852. Stop loss of 96595, 96595, and I will expect this to close within the hour. So it had already jumped up a little over 1, but then it jumped up another 5 on top of that. So, all right, gang, we ended up taking 1 trade tonight. We used 2 different trading signals. The 10-point signal, we went through 24 pairs. We didn't find anything that we liked. And sometimes the best trade is the trade that you don't take. We want to know what our setup is, and when we see it, we take it. And then to walk away with a trade, we used a little scalp signal that's good at the top of the hour, the thick orange line signal for 5 pips on the USD Swiss franc. Here on this, neither of these are prime time, but you can get away with it on this trade, getting that little 5 pip snap. Okay, thank you. We will do this again tomorrow morning at 6:30. And as I said, I expect this to close within the next hour. All right, thanks so much. We will see you tomorrow morning. We're here to help. If you need help, go back to whoever you're working with, your coach, or schedule time with me at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. Bye-bye.